Hello, Star Children. Welcome back to another episode of The Spiritual Gaze. I am one of your hosts, Brandon.
And I'm one of your hosts, Angel.
And this is our twice monthly podcast dedicated to exploring the wide reaches of spirituality without pretending that it all makes sense.
Yes, because here on the great beyond, we live freely.
Is this your Dolly Parton impression?
I reckon, no.
Okay, got it.
I think I'm having a psychotic split.
Well, wouldn't be the first one you've had today.
You know what? It wouldn't. Who are you?
I'm Brandon Alter. I am a queer, non-binary shamanic healer. I'm an astrologer, a tarot reader, a writer, and the co-host of this podcast.
Yes, you are.
Who be you?
I am Angel Lopez. Angel R. Lopez. And I'm a writer, and I am a film producer, but I'm also an astrologer and a teacher of metaphysics and all things spiritual.
What are metaphysics?
Metaphysics are, practices that can't entirely be defined, I think, by our practical scientific means. So psychic intuition.
You don't know, do you?
Mediumship.
You're just making this up.
Astrology, tarot.
These are metaphysics?
Shamanism.
Are those metaphysics?
Yeah, I think they all live under the umbrella of metaphysics.
I'm not an etymologist, but I feel like metaphysics means beyond the physical?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, all right.
It's invisible.
Yeah.
So I think all those things.
Yeah, I guess that's true. Yeah.
Yeah. That's metaphysics. And I'm a practitioner of them.
Great.
Not all of them, but
a lot of them.
Some of them for sure.
We should find a cohesive list of all the metaphysical modalities.
Yeah. Well, if someone out there
It'd be a long
has
list.
one, send it to us.
We'll just ask ChatGPT.
I don't want to talk to ChatGPT.
I know, you don't ever want to talk to ChatGPT.
I know, I'm really, look, I am the person who didn't even get, I didn't have a cell phone for years after everyone else did. I'm just always I'm going to wait and see how these play out before I take part.
Cell phones?
Just any sort of technology.
New technology. You're a late adopter.
I am a late adopter. I'm I'm going to just kind of see how this goes before I try this whole Wi-Fi thing out.
No, I mean, that's why I haven't had LASIK, the eye surgery.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah.
Because I still want to see how it's going. Just don't quite trust it yet.
Right. Yeah, no, I was always just late to all types of those things. I mean, I still wear wired headphones.
Well, we both do that.
Yeah, but I was just kind of
well, I do
don't
it.
know.
I do it because you convinced me to do it.
Well, yeah. I mean, I don't know. There's enough things beaming at me from all around. I don't need to add more of them.
I'm beaming at you right now.
You are. Well, thank you. I appreciate it.
How are you doing?
I'm doing okay.
Yeah, tell me.
I mean, look, is this my check-in?
Well, you just rolled right into it.
Welcome to our check-in.
I seduced you into it.
You did a good job.
Thank you.
Well, I'm coming fresh from therapy,
Gorge.
which just has me a strange open wound today.
It's how is that different from your usual strange open woundedness?
I don't always, I'm not always sitting with a microphone in front of me and cameras.
Got it.
That's how it's different.
Got it. Cool. Oh, yeah, there are the cameras here.
Yeah, there's cameras and whoever's out there watching.
How was therapy?
Therapy's great. I love my therapist and I'm in a good swing with it. But, look, I think my big emotional news, personal news, is that Friday of this week, Thanksgiving, my mother passed away a year ago on Thanksgiving. So this is being recorded on the week of Thanksgiving. It'll come out right after Thanksgiving and will actually come out on the day of my mom's anniversary of passing. So that's a weird, hard thing, You have experienced it yourself. So, when you get to the year mark of it, it just allows you to see everything that has happened since they've been gone, and just how much life has changed without her being here. And just how do I continue to like engage in my relationship with her when I can't actually like speak to her, like and receive a direct response.
Yeah.
So it's definitely like emotional, it brings up lots of different emotions. But mostly sadness. And I miss Maria Lopez. She was a great lady, and I think about her every single day, and I'm sad she's not here. But I think her passing on Thanksgiving is helpful in that it has allowed me, it's like tied me to just be grateful for all of the great times that I had with her.
Yeah.
We definitely had our challenging times, but at this point, like, I'm here and I have a great life and I'm very grateful for it. So I have her to thank for that.
Yeah.
And all of you have her to thank for me. All right, I don't know what else to say after that.
Okay, no, I get it. It's hard. It's so hard. I think the first year, you've completed a year of firsts without that person.
Yeah.
Like your first birthday without that person, their first birthday, your first whatever it is. Like you've gone through a whole calendar year, and there's something bittersweet about realizing that life has moved on without them.
Yeah.
And a year is not a long time as you get older, but it also can kind of slap you across the face when you realize that a whole year has actually gone by without them there.
Yeah. It's wild.
Yeah. I know one of the things that's hard for me with grief is just the more time that accumulates since my mom passed, the more I think about how much she's missed and how far from that like shared time and place we are.
Yeah.
And that is hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Totally.
I know.
So it's again, I just keep connecting to gratitude and want to share like a tiny little gratitude practice with everyone. So we'll be doing that toward the end of the show today. How are you?
I had a dream about my mom a couple nights ago.
Oh, right.
I had like 2 dreams. And I woke up from one with her, and then I like fell back asleep. And then I like was having another dream with her. And these didn't feel like visitation dreams. They felt more like me, my subconscious, just kind of like conjuring up stuff. But it was really hard. And I have never had this happen before where I woke up from that second dream and I was crying. Mm-hmm. It was like so intense and like so sad. So weird. Dreams are so weird.
They are.
They're so strange.
So weird.
And we really don't talk about the fact that we spend like half of our life asleep, like in an alternate reality.
Yeah.
And we just kind of go like, well, that was just what happened when I was asleep.
I know.
But yeah, I've been feeling very, I don't know. I've been thinking, I know we're out of Scorpio season, but I've been feeling like still very in Scorpio energy, like still thinking a lot of thoughts about death. And I guess that makes sense because it's like fall into winter. And so we're experiencing that portion of the calendar. But I don't know. We went and saw that spooky play last night. Shout outs to Paranormal Activity at the Amundsen Theater in Los Angeles. If you get a chance to see it, it is definitely worth your seeing.
It's a good time.
It's very spooky.
Yeah.
And then we watched Weapons, and I don't know. I've just been like thinking a lot about just like spooky things. So I don't know. Maybe all of that kind of generated this strange dream with my mom.
Right.
Also, we spend a lot of time with my family, and some of them are quite spooky. So that might also be part of what's coming our way. But I'm doing pretty well, actually. Like, I went to acupuncture yesterday, and Russell was like, "Your pulse feels great," and I was like, "I feel great." I was like,
Good.
"I think I'm doing well."
Well, we also just spent like a lovely few days in Santa Fe.
Oh,
The spirit always feels a little closer.
yeah, Santa Fe is so amazing.
Yeah, it's a beautiful, beautiful place.
I think the thing I've been struggling with is that my ability to be with myself has, wow, look at them thighs, just like showing them thighs today.
Sorry, is it too much?
Woo! It's about to become a different sort of podcast. My goddess.
Go on.
Okay, all right. No, I'm showing off them legs.
Nobody would have noticed if you hadn't pointed.
Well, how can I not notice? They're staring me in the face.
All right,
Any hoodle.
well, still got it.
Let me see if I can get myself back on track here. I've been struggling with being with myself or by myself without any sort of external hold. Like I've been struggling to just like be with myself without like having something to like think about or to create or be in my phone or like listening to music or a podcast. Like I've just been like noticing like that muscle has atrophied a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And when we were in Santa Fe and we were hiking, even though we were like with each other and we were like chatting a bit, I kind of felt all of a sudden like what nature does, which is it holds you so you can hold yourself to some extent.
Yeah.
And I had this lovely acupuncture treatment. I shared this with Russell yesterday, and he did this acupuncture treatment for me, which was basically to help me feel my own energy, to feel like the boundary of my own energy and to feel how my energy can hold me. And it's a treatment where there's no music and you just like are there.
Oh, wow.
And it was so nice, honestly. It was like a return to that. And so even before you got to the studio here today, you walked in to find me just like laying on the couch with my eyes closed.
Yeah.
Because I could have read a book or I could have been in my phone, but I was like, no, like let me like continue to be kind of cultivating my ability to be with myself again without having to like I'm with myself all the time, but I'm like being productive or I'm like working on a song or I'm like trying to figure something out. It's like, what is it like to just like, not classical meditation, but just to be with myself in presence, you know? So that is what I'm working on right now.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
Well, good. I feel like we all could benefit from a greater sense of presence with ourselves, but it can be scary.
Yeah, it
to
can
just be present with yourself.
Well, you never know what's going to come up. But I also feel like I got to pump the brakes a bit because I feel like time is moving so quickly. Everything feels like it's continuing to ramp up. And I don't know if that's just getting older or this particular polycrisis time in which we live and the, amplification of technology and how interwoven it is with our lives. But I just feel like things aren't going to slow down unless I slow things down, and I need to stop the momentum of like that stone rolling downhill.
Yeah. I think the answer is D. All of the above.
All of the above. It's, it's like stop the world. I want to get off.
But you don't.
Well, just for a little bit, and then I want to get back on,
Right. I understand. Well, that's what reincarnation's for.
So you can stop and then get back on. It's so true. So true.
I guess.
What was that funny thing you said to me the other day?
I don't know what.
How like children are always like staring at you. They're like always very attracted to you. And I was like, well, it's because of your childlike energy. And you're like, no, I think it's because they're thinking like, isn't that Larry from 3 lives ago?
Yeah, because they're just like closer to.
Right. They're like, oh my gosh, it's Cheryl.
Yeah. Grandma?
Why
you look like that?
Why are you in this elevator with me right now? The Americana.
Looking like a dude.
That's why they're always crying, They're always like seeing people from the past in new forms.
Probably.
It's very jarring.
Yeah. I sure know it is. I still experience it.
I know you do.
It's my childlike wonder.
It is.
I don't know. My insanity.
Also.
Okay. Well, we're going to talk
What
a
are we
little
going to
bit.
do?
We're going to talk a little bit about giving later.
It's giving.
It's giving.
Yeah.
that will tie us into some gratitudes.
When do I get to have my soapbox about how Thanksgiving is a holiday celebrating colonialism and the genocide of the indigenous people of America, and it should be talked about because even though it's nice to get together with our families, I already just rolled into my soapbox, didn't I? I guess the moment is now. It's just important to acknowledge the fact that this holiday is fraught and it is a singular perspective. And while we can still be with our families and we can practice gratitude and we can eat dead birds, we should also acknowledge that we are on stolen land and that we are coming at this holiday from a kind of myopic perspective, and good to just like expand our awareness of things.
Indeed. Hear, hear.
That's all. I just feel like it's important to clock that, you know?
I think it's important to clock that as well. For reals.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Soapbox received.
Great. I'll step down from it now.
Please do, because you're really bringing the whole place down.
Oh, yeah. Because talking about our dead moms didn't do that already.
No, it is important to, I think, remember that. And I think we can have a tendency, especially in this country, to,
especially now.
Yeah, just want to attach ourselves to like, well, let's just make Thanksgiving great again.
Yeah.
It's like,
it was never great, girl.
Yeah, I don't know if it was great. I don't know if the way it was taught to you in elementary school was exactly how it happened. I don't know if everyone just got together and had a dinner.
No, they did not.
Yeah. But is this a little pink triangle on the floor right here? Do you see that?
Oh my God, it is a little pink triangle.
It's gay rights.
Oh my gosh, gay pride.
Gay pride is right here. We didn't even put it there. And it's just, I mean, you probably can't see it, but there is just
Spirit.
like
Spirit was
tiny
like, the spiritual
pink
gays are
triangle
coming.
on the floor.
Here's our queer pride. I love it.
Yes, queer rights. All right, well then, in honor of queer rights, let's move into this episode's Queer as Fuck Cosmic Update.
Wow, you really threw me for a loop there.
I don't know. I was trying to just tie in.
Oh, got it. I mean, are the planets being queerer than usual?
I mean, the planets are always queer. Let's just be real. This is a queer universe.
Because they're planets that are sexually attracted to other planets. So that makes them queer.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, they are all usually in like poly relationships.
They
Not that
are
that's
poly.
Queer.
Well, no, but the queer people are definitely teaching everyone how to do the poly.
I guess some are.
Besides, like the Mormon sister wives, I guess they
they were kind of the ones. Yeah,
but it was one man and a bunch of women. It's like pretty binary, like maybe a little.
I don't know.
Patriarchal and
the planets
predatory.
Though we have assigned gender to the planets, I don't know if they necessarily have.
They don't have gender.
Taken that on.
No.
I mean, we sometimes refer to them as like she's and he's and theys, but like that's just for narrative's sake.
Well, it's also because traditional astrologers did gender the planets.
That's what I was saying. We gendered them.
And it's hard to unlearn that, or at least like not use that language. But yeah, the planets do not have genders. Just like the soul doesn't have a gender and spirits don't have gender. Gender is connected to the body. And if you don't have a body, I don't think you have a gender.
When gender is not even really tied to the body at the end of the day.
No, it's tied to the mind. But I do think gender is the place where like the mind and the body come together.
Oh, that's intriguing.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Whether it's in alignment, like whether there's euphoria or dysphoria, there's like a conversation, right? Between like the mind and the spirit and the body.
Uh-huh.
I think when we're without the body, there's probably a more expansive experience of gender. It's maybe not even a question. It's like doesn't even come up.
Well, and that doesn't even include the heart, but the heart, it just wants what it wants.
So true. So true.
Okay, let's talk about the queer planets for a moment.
Who's the queerest planet? 1, 2, 3, Uranus. Nice. Good. That worked out well.
I mean, come on.
Yeah.
There's no other. I mean, there is probably other answers people could argue, but like, I kind of think Uranus just is the one that's all about like shaking shit up, doing things differently.
She's a freak.
Yeah, like wants to, question the quote unquote norms of it all. And that is unfortunately how queerness has to express in our culture against the norm. Even though in my world, it's much more normal to be gay.
All right.
And all you straights
What are the queer planets doing?
are odd.
Okay, all right.
Haven't met one that's been able to explain it to
Let's
me.
not start a war with our sweet, sweet gazers.
Well, the gazers are different
That's true.
because even the straight ones out there are queer.
That's true.
Okay.
Talking to you, Auntie Rob.
All right. So while we're recording this
Yeah.
today,
Uh-huh.
we do have some Venus energy going on today, which is nice. Maybe which is why we're like just having fun and feeling cheery and playful.
What is she doing?
She's trining both Jupiter and Saturn today.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So we're entering this season of giving with Venus giving cheer.
Oh, we're in the Grand Water Trine.
We're in a grand water trine, babies.
Wow.
Yeah, because Venus is in Scorpio. And then you have Jupiter in Cancer, Saturn in Pisces. So, it's like a good way to enter into this weekend, I feel, with like optimism and forward motion. And, even if you have some challenging relations, try to have some optimism, even though
This is a roller coaster.
the next couple of days are full of planet stations.
Right.
Which can, on some level, feel rocky.
Mm-hmm.
But I just feel like they just like, exude a level of shift of importance,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So it doesn't necessarily have to be like hard. I don't think that of like a planetary station is hard necessarily.
No. But somebody's changing the channel.
Yeah, it's of course correct. I mean, there is still like a moment of like, whoa, like what just happened? If you think of like being on a boat and suddenly it's like, oh, we have to turn this boat around. Like there's going to be a moment where it's like, whoa.
Yeah.
You know?
Like when you're on the airplane and it's like you're tilting, to turn. It gets
Totally.
Like, whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Whoa. Yeah. But it's not like the whole thing's like falling out of the sky. It's just like you're
But
having
it
a
can feel
moment.
like it for that moment.
For a quick moment, but then you're just like, wow, look how cool this view is. Like, that's wild.
Yeah.
So we have Saturn stationing direct at 25 degrees of Pisces. That happens on Thanksgiving here in the Americas. It's just on November 27th for everyone else. And the last time we saw ourselves at that degree, it was April 13th of this year. Yeah, I know, right? She was a long time ago.
She was a long time ago.
And it's going to be at 25 until December 28th. So it's like a very slow pivot
Yeah.
out of 25
Wow.
degrees.
Just sitting.
Yeah, so if you have anything at 25 degrees of anything in your chart, you've probably already been feeling the energy of that, like, pulsing. But just know that you're kind of in that space and, can take advantage of it or be, just cognizant of it up until the end of the year. And then things will start to move forward. But, a Saturn retrograde does tend to, I think, just like slow down like how we take care of things. It can feel like a work slowdown. It can feel a little bit like, oh, why isn't anything happening, in the way that I want it to? Or it just feels like, we don't get any answers. But so just know that I think with the Saturn stationing direct, it does feel like things can start to move again in a, helpful way. So hopefully you've gained some lessons on maybe how you weren't doing things in a certain way or needing to shift the way that you take responsibility for your actions. And I always think it's helpful too to think back to like, okay, well, the last time we were at this degree was in April. So like, what was going on for me then? Because I'm on some level having to revisit the energy of that, or even sometimes a very specific project or experience of that time.
Yeah. Sometimes like the work that you were doing then might come back around so that you can feel the benefits of it. Like
Yeah.
it supports you, even if it kind of went underground for a bit.
Yeah.
Or it might be that there's more work to do if you put things off or if you just didn't see that work in the first place.
Totally.
Yeah. But I do think Saturn in Pisces is a tricky character because it's not our traditional Saturn. Saturn tends to adhere to more rigid boundaries.
Mhm.
And in Pisces, there just aren't boundaries available. And so it also could be a blurring of like, oh, when is it work and when is it play? And Saturn in
Mhm.
Pisces is like, well, it's always both.
Right.
And you're kind of finding the work everywhere and a new relationship with work. And I don't just mean like, oh, I got to go to work, but I mean like, what is the work that your soul came here to do? That's really Saturn in Pisces. Like a more karmic approach to the things you want to learn and the things you want to achieve.
Yeah. I love that.
I do
It's important.
sometimes think like if we take an indigenous approach, which is that death is an ally and not an enemy, there is a curiosity around what would you be upset or what would your soul be upset that it had not done or experienced or learned if you were to die tomorrow.
Yeah.
And that's a good way to live. So that every day feels like a good day to die in the sense that like you're not unfinished or unresolved.
Wow. Yeah. I think that is like really important. So even like to think about like what, goals, projects, work that you have been focusing on in this period, recognizing is a passion, is a
Yeah.
truth. How do you now step into it in a more like responsible, committed way?
Or waking up to the fact that you've been spending a lot of time on bullshit that you actually don't give a fuck about.
Yeah, and I think it is important to remember that like Pisces is connected to like dreams, right? We were talking about earlier, what the fuck are dreams? Well, we don't entirely like, we can't fully understand. I think there can be the science element of, well, dreams are this, but there's also a metaphysical component to it. And it's like, who really knows who's right or who's wrong? But it's probably all of it. But I do think like there is an element too of just like our own dreams, right? Like the things that we have built within ourselves as dreams for our lives. And I think that that is something to really consider with Saturn and Pisces, that it has on some level asked us to get more serious about our dreams. And maybe it's time in these last 5 degrees now of Saturn in Pisces.
Yeah, because you're not going to get them again for 30 years.
Yeah, so to really consider, well, what has just been percolating? What won't go away as the dream for your life? And can you allow yourself to take full responsibility for, yeah, that is my dream, and I'm going to fucking take action to make it happen.
It's me. I'm the dream of your life.
Oh, I already got you. So I need to dream a bigger dream.
Wow. Wow. You heard it here first.
You are a dream for my life, honey.
In April of this year, I was getting ready to complete my 3-year training program with the Foundation for Shamanic Studies. And I was like finishing up a lot of my homework and kind of like getting ready to graduate from that. And then I think like over these last 6 months, really, over this like last half a year and change, it's been about how do I like keep growing that even without the structure of that program. And just in the last few days, because I've been doing a lot more healing work, so I've been actually like seeing more clients,
right?
Especially a lot of gazers. So it's been lovely to see all you beautiful gazers. And we're just gonna keep that special going because I just love seeing you all. So it's just like just keep doing it.
I love it.
But I'm almost like on my own curriculum now. Like I have a lot of big questions and things that like I'm learning directly from the spirits outside of like the framework of a program developed by a person, you know? And it's just interesting timing, you saying what you're saying about the Saturn station, because generally we think like 5 days before and 5 days after the station is that period when the pivot is most palpable.
Yeah.
And in these last 5 days, we've been watching some of this spooky stuff, and I've had those dreams, and I've been feeling a little I've been feeling the complexity, and I've wondered, how safe am I? How protected am I? Because usually I don't like watch a lot of spooky shit or even like give a lot of time to that sort of stuff. Michael Harner with the foundation used to say, like, if you're worried about something, then you should be worried about something. And usually I'm not worried about something, so I shouldn't be worried about it. But I journeyed on a question just in the last like 24 hours to the spirits. And I said, like, is there a limit to your ability to protect me? Is there a limit, you know? That was like a question I was thinking last night when we were watching Paranormal Activity, the play, and like these people were engaged with the spirit world, and I was like, what would I do in that situation? And I've shared on the podcast about like that experience in New Orleans, and I felt like there was an influence, and I immediately thought of a helping spirit, and I was totally back in my power. And the spirit said to me in response to, is there a limit to their power to protect me? The answer was no. There is no limit to our ability to protect you because harm is done in time and in space. And we exist outside of time and outside of space. And so there is nothing that can be done to you that we cannot protect you from, which I thought was a very interesting way to think about it.
Yeah, that is a really interesting way to think about it.
Right?
Yeah.
Amen. That's part of my Saturn station.
No, I think that's great. It actually makes me think too of another component of Saturn in Pisces, which is, you know, Saturn rules time. And Pisces is limitless.
Timeless.
It's timeless.
Infinity.
So
eternity.
Yeah, so Saturn in Pisces does on one hand want you to get comfortable with an idea of being outside of time, right? But I also think because so much of our lives is tied to just the practicality of being a person on Earth, that like I feel a lot of people have felt like out of time, if that makes sense.
Yeah, like time has abandoned us.
Yeah.
I felt that way ever since Pluto moved into Aquarius.
Right. So I think Saturn in Pisces has given us a little bit of that too. So it's like, what can we do to ground ourselves? I also think just even tying it back to what I was talking about with dreams, I think sometimes people can perhaps say, well, my time has passed. Like, yeah, I had a dream for that, but like maybe I've aged out of that dream, or there's no time for that. And I think it's also important to question yourself when you perhaps use the mentality of like, well, I'm out of time when it comes to that. Because maybe that's just the mentality. Maybe you're not out of time. Like there is still enough time to take that trip to the Galapagos Islands, you know?
Is there?
Yeah, of course.
Well, can we plan it?
There is still that enough time to write that book of poetry and, you know, see it bound.
Oh my gosh, then what am I sitting around here with you for? I got to write that book of poetry.
Well, go. I can handle this show all by myself.
Oh, here we go again. Angel's Corner with, who was it? Julianne Moore?
I don't remember. But anyhow, that's all I'm saying. It's just like, you know, to caution you from creating a mentality of being out of time, because you're not.
That's beautiful.
Okay. Quickly, just also reminding that then on the 29th, so 2 days later,
Mercury stations direct.
Yes, Mercury will station direct. So we keep the momentum of just this shift energy, forward motion again happening. It will station direct at 20 degrees of Scorpio, takes us back to where it was on October 21st. And then it clears its shadow on December 17th. But all that to say, you know, that yeah, it's maybe taken us back to where we were, you know, that third week of October, you know, so if you've had to revisit anything, maybe a theme in there that you can just take a look at. Maybe not. But just know that as of the 29th, Mercury shifts. It starts to head its way back towards Sagittarius.
Yeah.
And onward.
Do your online shopping then. I wouldn't do a lot of online shopping before because it's going to be
too late.
Oh, well, good luck.
Gotta take advantage of them Black Friday sales.
No, you don't.
Just kidding.
You don't.
I mean, the thing is, they start like 3
Yeah,
weeks early and they
it's-
go for another 2 weeks.
It's like,
so
yeah, it's like
it's
Black
like,
Friday Vember. You
I
know what I
know,
mean? It
it's
just like
enough.
goes forever.
enough.
Enough.
Okay, and then just to then tap back into that is that then the following day, Venus shifts into Sagittarius.
Oh.
So it is a really big shift few days.
Oof.
You know, and when
Yeah.
Venus enters Sag, she wants to get real honest
Uh-huh.
and direct.
Yes.
She wants a little bit of adventure.
She does.
You know, she's a little tired of like the status quo.
What is
wants
she
to
wearing?
learn,
What
explore.
do you think she's wearing in
I
Sagittarius?
feel like she's wearing kind of like a fun, sort of wide brimmed hat.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like Meryl Streep in like Out of Africa.
I was getting a little more like Carmen Sandiego-ish vibes.
Okay,
You know?
okay.
Like she's giving that.
Uh-huh.
She's
She's still a
giving-
detective, but
yeah. But she's on an
fashion.
adventure.
she's on it. Yeah. Okay. Great.
But I also like Meryl Streep in Out of Africa.
Yeah, she's like on a safari.
Yeah. I didn't love that movie. but
I've never seen it.
I saw it when I was young and I think I was just bored.
Yeah.
But
Romancing the Stone.
Yes, Romancing the Stone.
That's very Venus and Sagittarius
Love
vibes.
that. Love that. And then, you know, just so we know, like we are eventually heading toward December 10th when we see Neptune station direct at its 29th degree of Pisces, where it's been living. So Neptune will then start to venture, you know, slowly but surely back toward its,
Across the veil.
stay into Aries.
Woof.
So
Oh, it's been nice, actually.
Shifts.
It's been nice having everything back in Pisces.
yeah,
It was hard. It was hard with everything in Aries, I think.
well, it just wants to get going.
Yeah,
Just
I
wants to
know.
get done.
Although this summer, I feel like was everything in this summer was a sunken place summer for yours truly. So I got to go back and see. Was everything in Pisces then too?
I don't remember.
All right, well,
but-
homework.
Homework. All right. So we just want to do like a little, it's kind of just like a mini deep dive. It's really just like kind of like a mini
Shallow dive.
insight. It is a shallow dive.
Got it.
Just to amplify the theme of giving, while also tying in a little gratitude moment. So
maybe we call it It's Giving.
I love that.
Okay.
So here we go.
It's giving.
Giving.
The hair is hairing. The nails are nailing. The skin is skinning.
Oh gosh. The shoes are shoeing.
The smile is smiling.
The air is airing.
Wow. You fell off a cliff there.
Them lips are lipsing.
The lips are lipping.
Oh my god, the lips are lipsing. The thighs are thighying. honey.
Thighying.
All right. So really what we were gonna just like chat a little bit about was honestly like what it's like in the process of giving a reading.
Mm-hmm.
You know, obviously both of us have been readers for, you know, quite some time now. I mean, I probably gave my first professional astrology reading over 20 years ago now. And the, you know, the process of that obviously is like, oh, I'm looking at your chart and just sharing my insights. But there's like a whole process for myself that I think like goes on internally and like
Oh, so we're pulling back the curtain.
yeah, we're like pulling back the curtain, I think, just a
Demystifying.
little bit.
The mystical.
Well, that's our job, isn't it?
I know it is.
And I think I am just like curious, like for you, like what's the most, I guess I would want to frame it like what's the, in like just from an outside perspective, what is like the oddest part of giving a reading that you've experienced and have had to get used to?
Ooh. Oddest. Never ask an Aquarius what is oddest.
But you know what I mean, from like an outside perspective.
Yeah.
Because at this point, I know you don't think any of it's odd.
I think the oddest thing about giving readings is that it doesn't belong to you
Mm-hmm.
and you have to get out of the way. while simultaneously having the courage to say things that you really don't want to say. There's a great leap of faith
Right.
that happens when you are giving a reading and not just, I don't know, phoning it in or faking it. When you're really a channel for messages for other people,
Yeah.
it moves through you, but you participate in it.
Yeah.
So I think that's the oddest thing for me,
Mhm.
and the most uncomfortable thing for me. Even still, there are things that don't make sense to me, to my brand in mind,
Right.
and so I want to not say certain things because I don't know, because I don't want to be wrong, you know.
Right.
But you have to set that aside. You have to be willing to be wrong, and you have to be willing to not understand, because again, it isn't for me as the reader, it's for the person receiving it.
Yeah.
And so trusting that what I say or what I'm being kind of called to say will land and resonate regardless of my ability to make sense of it.
Yeah. Yeah, I felt like for me there was like a definite shift over time from being like more present in the reading as myself and my like egoic self to really releasing that and removing that piece. And I think that came with my whole process of really kind of like working with certain guides and ancestors, having learned that I have like, ancestors who were connected to this type of work, like calling on them to kind of like help me be a vessel for the cosmic information that wants to come through for the person in front of me.
Yeah.
And once I really connected to that, I found myself in reading spaces and not worrying about what I was going to say.
Yeah.
Or how I was going to interpret the thing. I just kind of let myself talk and trust that what's coming out is landing. And I still do find myself at times being like, does that make sense to you? Because I will feel like I've talked for a while and then suddenly I'm like, oh, I just talked maybe for like 7 minutes straight. Like, is that connect? Is that resonating for you?
Yeah.
And
and they're bawling,
right, or not,
just
or
weeping,
right, or just silent but still nodding, and you're just kind of go, okay, cool. Like then I'm going to keep going. And not again. It's like continuing to remove the worry.
Yeah.
For myself, as the reader. Because that's not my job.
Yeah. Also, a reading isn't just about what is said.
Right.
A reading doesn't just give information, it also gives power and it gives a feeling. It can be like a road opener.
Yeah.
And so what you are doing with your words is to create a feeling, a space that the person can move into that is different than the state in which they arrived.
Mm-hmm.
And that isn't always intellectual or for the mind to comprehend.
Yeah.
It's a form of like language alchemy.
Yeah. Well, I think it like, if anything, like does challenge the reader or ourselves to be confident enough in the spirits and in that world.
Yeah, for sure.
To make sense of the
Yeah.
information that's coming through.
Yeah, you got to know where it's coming from in order to be able to trust it.
Yeah.
And I have different spirits that I work with. Like I have one particular spirit that is really good at helping me with astrology, and I have a separate spirit that's really good for the tarot work. And I think it's good for everyone, if you are interested in doing this, to journey or dream your way to an expert, a spirit who is an expert,
Mhm.
in whatever it is that you're trying to do.
Yeah.
Because then at least you have one ally that you can trust and give over to, potentially merge with. These sorts of things help you get out of your own way.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Now, do you how do you receive the messages, the information?
Oh, that's a good question. I mean, I hear it.
Mm-hmm.
I hear a lot.
Like words?
Yeah.
Like, are they voices that are not yours?
Not always.
But sometimes they are.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, when I'm in a reading and I'm struggling to articulate a feeling, I will say out loud, how does this want to be said? And then I usually hear it. Mm-hmm. And that helps me find my way forwards.
Mm-hmm.
But I also find that something about giving readings that I know you will agree with is that you are generally attracting clients who need messages that you also need to hear at that time.
Oh, yes.
So you're always in some ways reading yourself. Yeah. You're always healing yourself. It was actually Karen, the healer in Chile, that told us that. Remember? Mm-hmm. She said, it's always you.
Yeah.
So sometimes in a reading, there will be something from my life, something very personal that I will feel compelled to share as like an anecdote. And that is, and I won't have thought about that in advance. It's just something that kind of like emerges from my life as allegory that helps communicate what that person is in need of hearing.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Well, it makes me think actually of my therapist actually like refers to it as the cosmic referral program.
The cosmic referral program?
Yeah, that like they work from a place of like operating within the cosmic referral program, that like the right clients will be referred to them like in the right moment of where they are in their practice. But at the same time of like what they can offer, so that like, it might not always completely align, but like for the most part, like you're being cosmically referred to people and to people or by people.
Yeah.
And I believe that for myself too, as like an astrologer, that, the right people tend to show up and, have some sort of overlying message that like, I will tap into for a moment and be like, that tracks in a way for me as well. Or I have experience or language that allows me to translate a certain thing in a more passionate way because of my own experience.
Yeah. Okay, answer your own two questions. What's the oddest thing about giving a reading? and how do you know what to say?
Right. I mean, the second question, like I tend to just like feel it. Like I will have a feeling about something.
Oh, it must be nice to have a Cancer moon and just get to feel your way through life.
Yeah, I just like will feel like my way toward the right response. Like I always find with astrology, like there's multiple ways to translate a placement, right? So I tend to kind of like have a feeling of which it is,
Yeah.
And then kind of just go with that. Or I'll feel the emotional energy of something.
Yeah.
So it's like when I'm like being called to talk about a certain placement, I feel like, well, I'm really emotionally compelled to start here or to go here.
Which is hard because your client's emotions are not necessarily good indicators for you as a reader.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Like your client can come in with like a lot of resistance, or just because they get emotional about something doesn't necessarily mean that like that's the path to walk down for the reading.
Right.
So you really have to stay within your own container and not get taken over
Totally. And it's not always like emotional feeling, I would say. It
Oh, really?
feels
It's like a
almost like,
massage.
it just feels like energy. Like I will
Like a
feel,
pull.
yeah, like a energetic.
Like tingly.
Yeah, I get like tingly. I get like, just like heat will like
Mhm.
move through me.
Yeah.
Like I get kind of like sensations
Mm-hmm.
that I'm like, oh, this we have to talk about.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's like it's like a weird cosmic pulse that
Should probably get that checked out.
shows up. I know, right? Totally. But then as far as like the oddest thing to get used to, I mean, I think just like the oddest thing, well, ultimately it probably just like, I wouldn't say it's odd, but I mean, it's odd for the general person, as the general population, is like being in such vulnerable space with people you just met,
Oh, yeah.
and
Yeah.
like knowing that like, oh, my job is to like create this safe space that I on some level don't even know I'm creating,
Mm-hmm.
but that allows people to have emotional experiences and
Yeah.
share really vulnerable details of their lives.
Yeah.
I think initially, like, I would come out of readings and be like, oh my God, I can't believe I just like learned that about that person's life, or like, oh my gosh, like it would be very like kind of overwhelming.
Yeah.
But now I've gotten to a place where I'm just like, okay, well, that was like, it's not so odd to me. It's like, I think if anything, it's like so beautiful to me.
Totally.
Like
Yeah.
that I get that experience.
Yeah. To have that like intimacy that transcends history.
Yeah. Yeah. I feel really grateful. And that's, I think, where I like feel comfortable and confident, like, standing in like the word healer. 'Cause I do feel like I may not be like healing someone's wound per se.
But also, maybe you are.
I might be, but
I think you have.
But I'm gonna say, just for the sake of my statement, like I may not be healing them completely. Done. You're healed, but I am creating a space of healing,
Yeah.
and that I think makes me confidently a healer.
It's giving healer.
It's a giving healer. Well, if you don't mind, I'd love to like give a little bit of healer right now.
Okay.
Just kind of offer everyone out there in the spirit of a gratitude season.
Oh.
Just like a brief little few minute like gratitude exercise.
Oh my gosh. Do I get to participate?
Yeah.
Wow.
So everyone out there, just kind of like close your eyes and just settle into the space you're in. Now, of course, if you aren't in a space and I've caught you off guard and you're like, oh my God, I'm in my car, or I'm like, in the middle of a thing.
Just
then,
pause
like,
it. Come
pause
back
it
to
and
it.
come back to this. And then you can hear the rest when you're settled. Because I just want you to like, take a nice deep breath in through your nose and out through your mouth. And just do that again and really allow everything to just kind of sink out of you right now as you exhale. Just like let the shoulders sink, the body sink. Just like let yourself really be in presence of this moment. I'm going to do one more of those. And now I want you to just think about a time when someone or something brought you a lot of joy. Whether it was receiving a job you had wanted, some good news, something related to a relationship. Maybe you got married and it was a great day, or you gave birth or saw a child do something really wonderful that brought you joy. Maybe it was just completing something you were really, really proud of. Just take a moment to just find that thing, that experience, that memory that just elicits a pure moment of joy. And now I want you to take that memory that's sitting in your mind and imagine it as rain. Now just moving down from your mind through your head and into your body. And feel the energy of that pure joy as rain entering all the different parts of your body until your whole body is completely full of joy. Try to just allow your whole energetic being to fill with joy, with the gratitude of that moment. And as you allow that energy to finally reach down to the bottom of your feet, notice that you are in this moment right now. This moment right now is a moment of pure joy. And allow yourself to feel so grateful, just so grateful for this moment. And just know that whenever you need to visit this space, you can. You can find joy. You can find gratitude. And maybe allow yourself at least once every day to close your eyes and take this breath and feel your whole being down to your feet touching the moment with gratitude. You should be grateful for the beauty of yourself and who you are. You're a being who deserves joy. And now as we slowly start to open our eyes, try to keep that energy with you and take it with you as long as you can for the rest of the day.
Until next time, this has been your transit through the spiritual gaze.